Their mission is to empower young women and girls by providing early access to STEM education, mentorship, and career pathways. Here to share more about Self-STEM is Executive Director and Founder Adamka Ajello. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I was just complimenting her beautiful dress. Look at this. You shine with our set. I feel like this is perfect.
Yes, perfect fitting.
Yes, so excited that you're here. Tell us about Self-STEM.
Thank you for having me here. So Self-STEM is a nonprofit dedicated with the mission to really ignite pride, purpose, and possibility among girls from underrepresented communities by providing STEM training that really focuses on their digital, technical, and leadership skills to really reinforce their STEM identities. So our organization's been around since 2014, and we've impacted over 1,600 girls and have successfully had all of our high school students graduate on to college, and 70% declaring STEM majors.
Wow, very, very cool. Now, I know there is some underrepresentation in STEM. So tell us a little bit about that and the need for a program like this.
Yes, so there's a growing demand for STEM fields and STEM careers. However, we see that girls, particularly girls from underrepresented communities, so that's typically coming from backgrounds that are eligible for free or reduced lunch, so low-income households, and primarily from Black and Latino communities, don't really have that representation. Girls start to lose interest in the STEM fields early on by middle school, and this underrepresentation continues to persist into the STEM industry. So what Self-STEM is really doing is addressing that problem by providing a program that provides sustained, so it's early access as well as sustained access as they matriculate from early childhood into their careers.
Wonderful. So let's talk about the technicalities of this program. What are these ladies learning when they come to the program?
Great question. So our early STEM immersion program is from young girls ages 7 to 17, and this is a multi-year program, meaning they can come back year over year until they age out of the program. So we're really having that program focusing on providing digital literacy skills, robotics, coding training, as well as AI literacy to really foster their leadership and confidence skills in the STEM fields. And then we also have our Innovator Sustainment Program, which is looking at our alumni group and really trying to provide sustained opportunities so that they can persist and thrive in higher education as well as early into their careers.
I found that in any career, no matter who we're talking to on this couch, knowing someone who's done it before you is an important piece to knowing that you're able to achieve that too. So that is such a good program you've got there. You, as the executive director, are such an integral piece to this program. Why is it important to you?
So Self-STEM is really important to me because I was once in the innovators, or young girls' shoes. I've worked in the tech field, worked in Silicon Valley at some of the big companies such as Facebook, also known as Meta, Workday, and Visa, and often I find myself being the first and only hired in my space. And so it's really important, if we're really trying to drive what I call the innovation economy, we really need to include those diverse perspectives to really innovate, not only just on a local scale, but on a global economy scale.
Very nice. Now, a big program like this is not free to put on, right? So you need help to put it on. How does that work, and how are you being affected lately?
So right now, the landscape and funding is changing. There's been some DEI cuts, diversity, equity, and inclusion cuts, but also too, just in the Bay Area, it's just becoming increasingly competitive. So to provide our programs for free for this untapped communities, we really rely on corporate partnerships as well as community engagements to really support our organization. So we have opportunities where people can volunteer to give their time to, or they could even donate directly to help us meet and achieve our goals.
Okay, wonderful. I hope we get some people willing to do that. If someone is watching today and they're on the other side, maybe they're thinking, oh, my child could really benefit from this. I could really benefit from this. If they're young watching today, how can they get involved if they want to be a part of this?
Great question. So I would encourage anybody who's looking to get involved, if you're a young innovator or you are a parent of a young girl and you're interested in participating in our program, is to visit our website at www.selfestem.org. We'll be launching program applications soon for our annual summer camp, which is part of our early STEM immersion program. And if there are corporate sponsors looking to really invest in innovation, and I like to use this term, if you really believe in innovation, I ask them to just pull up and tap in and just reach out by visiting our website as well. And we have many opportunities coming up for corporate and community partners to sponsor events and sponsor our programs.
Wonderful. Do you want to tell me a little bit about what those events are that are coming up for you?
Yes. So this Saturday, we have our 11th annual Bonding Over Brunch event. And this is an event where we're going to really explore generative AI tools and really highlight some of the impact and the groundbreaking work we're doing in our program. And then we're also going to have a call to action of what we say breaking bread and breaking barriers for the community as well as our corporate sponsors to learn about opportunities to volunteer and engage. And then our annual fundraiser is going to be Saturday, October 4th. And I know that's many months away, but we're really looking for corporate sponsors as well as community sponsors to really support the event and just really partner with us to provide these opportunities to untapped talent pools.
Wonderful. Well, it's never too early to put the word out there. You got to gather the people early. Last question for you is, what have you seen in the women that you work with here, in these girls? What have you seen in terms of their self-esteem?
We've seen a dramatic growth in their self-esteem. There's so many stories where a young girl is coming into our program and they're believing these limited beliefs about their skills and ability. Oftentimes we hear the young girls say, I'm not good at math because I'm a girl, or I can't do engineering. And we're really seeing this light bulb moment. I call it this transformation where the young girls are really seeing themselves through the representation within our programs, through the representation and the volunteers and the mentors that we provide, and really believing in their STEM identities and seeing themselves as future innovators and change makers.
Love to hear it. Thank you so much for what you're doing and for being here today and joining us.
Thank you for having me.